They about to close it down if y'all don't go back. They will close it down. Hey, they gonna cancel it if you don't go back. They gonna cancel the whole thing.
Well, they should have been closed right here. It's too late for organizing.
Hey, what are you doing?
There was a grand opening of a new hair store in North Houston, and it was a complete show, okay? They advertised this super sale, said they would give away free bundles, and of course, tons of people showed up. You even had people camping out in front of the store the night before. It was looking like the old school Black Friday, but in the summertime. A whole Boondocks episode. Customers waited all night long, and this is what it looked like by the morning. Complete chaos. People arguing, fighting, maced. I heard somebody got hit by a car. At least 2 people had to get rushed to the emergency room. And HPD had to come shut the whole thing down. We're about to get into it, but first, take a second to make sure you're
Before we begin the conversation, I'd like to make an announcement. Black culture is trash. Carry on.
Oh, God damn.
Carry on. So I'm gonna add context to it. I don't gotta add context. She added all the goddamn context.
That's a black-owned business, right?
I'm not sure if it's a black. I really doubt it. If it is,
yeah, it's a black-owned business. It is. It is.
I doubt
it
it.
Is.
Nah, I doubt it.
I doubt it.
That's Jonathan. That's Jonathan from the Bad Girls Club. The dude who do hair. He a famous thing, and he came down here and put a hair store and opened it and did all that good promotion and advertising. That's why all them girls there, because it's a gay guy that do hair, and he a celebrity stylist, and that's his spot he opened up, and they just went ape shit. That's just the power of the internet, or Instagram and Facebook and TikTok. He advertised it, and this is what happened.
He was promoting, talking about giving away penny hair.
Yeah. He was doing all that. He had. Man, you saw how much hair that nigga had now. That nigga had some hair. He wasn't tripping. Because, I think he must have got hooked up with somebody over there in China or something. But, when you offer niggas something, that's what happened. Them my people. Them was niggas. There wasn't nobody black.
You didn't give it to them from what I'm hearing, right?
Because they couldn't. It was chaos.
Chaos.
But when you get too many niggas down, nigga shit happen. And it happened.
But let's address the elephant in the room, right? Because the problem ain't that it's black owned. That's not the problem. I actually congratulated if it's black owned. Now that's a whole different conversation. If we was having a conversation about a black owned business, then we be number gratitude and love. I'm not talking about that, right? Because there was a non-black owned hair store that opened up here, and it was the same bullshit. So I want to talk about the bullshit, just like everybody else is talking about this bullshit that you just saw. Bro, like, y'all go, who want to call it out, bro?
Man, that's poverty, man.
It's a phenomenon. I mean, what can you say? I mean,
it's
shit, man.
Poverty, man. That's a poverty mind state. We weak as a people, man. You know what I'm trying to say?
Wait. You right, except one point. It's not a poverty mind state. It's girls who make $100,000, $200,000 a year still gotta have hair. It's not
out there.
Now that's a different subject. That's a different one. I was talking about the niggas out there that's acting stupid behind the hair.
Right, yeah.
That's what I'm addressing. I'm not addressing that girls wear hair. See, because
that's what I'm addressing. Because
Now,
to me it's bigger than that. We know niggas gonna do nigga shit. But what I want to talk about is this it's almost like a pandemic. It's like worse than a drug. It's worse than drugs. What is black woman's addiction to fucking hair?
I don't even think it's just black woman because I saw dudes out there and wait, give me a second. I saw some dudes out there
we know what that is, Kip. They want to be woman, so let's just keep it woman. Come on.
Okay. But with those dudes, and it's just what you just said, I'm just gonna say it in a different way. They new age guys now have their hair to a certain way, and they use extensions to do it.
About the woman, fam. Fuck these gay niggas, bro.
I mean,
hey,
they just as stupid as the women. We gotta calm it out.
You
what's going on? Listen,
they want to be women, so let's just talk about women.
You know what's wrong with the women with the hair, man? We got to look at is they've been sold a concept of youth. Every woman want to stay young. See, they could talk that shit all they want about older men messing with young women, but what woman want to be old, and what man want an old woman? So that's what this comes down to. The women gonna do whatever it takes for them to stay looking young, or what they see on Instagram and this with the power influence of TV showing commercial. Everybody look good, everybody the same size and all that. So what they're doing, they set into your insecurities and your insecurities about yourself. So women gonna forever do that because when they get older, they feel they're not attractive. So they gotta do something.
But Rich, this is not just an old black woman problem. This
I'm
is
saying women. I'm talking about all women. I'm talking about all women. So the young women see the older women and they replicate. See, it's a vice versa thing. The young girls want to look old enough to get the man, and the older women want to look young enough to keep the man. So that's what you're battling against. So damn if you do as a man, and damn if you don't. If you get you a youngster, you wrong. If you get you an old one, you know you ain't gonna be that long. So it's just however you want to do it. I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah.
The
now,
fact
me
of the fact
personally,
is,
I don't think the problem is an age thing. I think it's deeper than that. I think it's totally deeper than that. But just my perception. You're right, because that's definitely so many layers as to why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're not wrong at all, Rich. You absolutely right.
There is no wrong. There is no wrong answer.
Because I'm gonna take it. Because I'm gonna take it somewhere. Because I'm gonna take it somewhere else a little deeper than that. I think it's a I don't like myself thing. You know what I'm saying? Because if everything on you is store bought, where's the authenticity?
Where's you?
Where are you?
Where are you?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because if niggas was out here, you know what I'm saying, buying fake this, fake that, man, that nigga, what's wrong with this nigga?
Man, that shit. We just called a dude wearing hair a woman trait type shit, which is true. It is. So imagine if we did all that other shit like you just said, Trust. What you think they gonna say about us?
You don't like yourself.
You know what kills me?
You don't like yourself.
They put hair on hair, nails on nails, ass in ass, titties in titties, and eyelashes on eyelashes, and eyebrows on eyebrows.
Yeah. Lips on lips.
And lips on lips. And now they doing cheeks on cheeks.
Nose on nose.
Nose on nose. So let's deep dive into this, y'all. We all from the play psychologists today. So let me ask you this, and I'm gonna start with Trust first. So Trust, what is the psychological connection between women doing all these things, but in their mind, psychologically believing that they do love themselves? Because it can't be both. You can't love yourself, but then don't like nothing on you, and you got to cover it up. Like, one time I was watching Instagram, and you know how you're scrolling, and then I seen this girl doing a makeup tutorial, I swear for God, she did like it was like a 20-minute makeup job, and I swear for God, she put on like 10 layers of fucking paint on her face. 10. Like went from layer, then another layer, then another layer, then another layer. And I'm like, how many layers is this bitch gonna put on her face? And then put the lipstick on. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck did I see? This bitch just put like 10 layers of paint on her face.
Yeah. What to dive in the part where you say, how do they go buy all this fake shit and then still turn around and claim that they love themselves? That's just simply a lack of accountability. That's not wanting to face the truth. And then to drag back on where it come from with them not liking themselves, you know what I mean? We're gonna take it all the way back, you know what I mean? Coming out of what was up, Madam CJ Walker. When motherfuckers was first permanent and trying to make it straight, and you know what I mean? All this is to look like white people. Let's be real. You want European hair.
Be accepted.
They ain't going, you know, of course they do sell froze or the yaki or whatever the call, you know what I'm saying? But they want that Brazilian number 2. That's what they want.
That's it. They need that too, baby.
They gotta have that
That's
Brazilian,
that black.
man. They ain't
That
fucking with
2B.
that.
Hey, 2B.
So
to be
King,
exact.
hold on, Rich. Hold on. So we gotta piece this together. So
That's what they own. You know what I mean? And then when you confront them about it, man, we should have a woman on here right now.
We need a woman to speak for it.
Yeah, we should get a woman on here right now and confront her about it and hear the bullshit
on,
that come out their
on
mouth about it.
Yeah. So
And
King,
hear the bullshit they say. It's strictly bullshit come out their mouth when they try to explain.
King, let me ask you this, King.
Yeah.
First, let me ask you this. Could you be with a woman that do all that?
To do all what? The
weed, makeup, take our eyelashes off, put them on, take our eyebrows off, put them on.
Never have, never would, never could. I couldn't do it. I just be freaked out about. I mean, I don't know. It ain't attractive to me like in that kind of way, you know. I mean, there's certain times and moments for you to add like, you know, some weave or hair enhancements because that's the way, you know, you're styling it and that's appropriate. But because women are women, they're gonna decor themselves.
Yeah, Barbie dolls. Yeah.
But at the same time, like if it's like a total change, like your hair, you got a whole wig, you got a whole eyelash thing. I never have been attracted to that, so I couldn't do it.
Yeah, and you know, before we go to quality, I want to say this. Like, I don't have a problem with a woman playing house. That's what they do. You know, when they were young, they had a little old set, you know, they little girly vanity set, and ain't nothing wrong with that. I have a problem when a woman, I can't be with a woman that's not comfortable wearing herself at the same time. You know, like my wife wear weave every now and then, you know what I'm saying? In certain situations, you know, she will wear some makeup, but it be light though. It compliments her, you know what I mean? She don't paint her face and put 10 layers on it. But let me tell you something. My wife has no problem waking up in the morning, being comfortable and tying her hair back and walk dead slap outside and not give two shits about what damn nigga bitch think.
Yeah.
And that I find sexy and attractive as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody got confidence in themselves.
Ooh, confident.
Once you establish that, you can do what the fuck you want.
For sure.
My wife don't
you want to wear weave, you want to wear eyelashes, but you already have the confidence. Yeah. Do what the fuck you want. You know.
Man, my wife will slap that hair in a ponytail and go take care of me. She don't give a shit.
In a minute.
Drake said it best, man. Hair tied with no makeup on. That's when you the prettiest. I hope that you don't take it wrong. And look how he had to end it. I hope that you don't take it wrong.
Yeah. All right. You let quality go last. So, Rich, I want to pose this question to you, Rich.
Come on.
if you had the power,
Okay.
if there was one thing that you could do to convince Black women to stop doing this on the scale at which they're doing, what would it be?
What would I do to stop them?
If it was one thing you could say or do to convince Black women to love themselves for themselves, embrace themselves, and not get caught up in all this makeup and weed, what would Rich do?
What would I tell them to stop buying makeup? How could I tell them to do that?
What would you do and or say? Either one or both. You can make a law if you want to.
Well, yeah, I'm saying only way to stop it would be that the woman would have to get permission from her husband to wear makeup. I think if you're my woman or my wife, I should have a say on if you go out the house looking like a clown or not. Now I'm saying that's if we was living in that kind of world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna flip the other side, vice versa. If she see me in something and she want me to change, if we have that kind of relationship, that's what it is. But yeah, now if you single and you doing that until you get a man, I think the man should be the one to, because life will teach him. If you wearing that shit and you don't have a husband and everybody else do, you might need to change what you're doing or find a nigga that like it, because it's somebody out there for everybody. That's what they say. So that's, on that. So, but I think that the women, the person they see, the spirit, don't like the body it's in. So they're going to do whatever they can to change it to how they think they should look because they never seen themselves. Because like I said before, you seen a reflection. You never seen yourself, and to see how beautiful you are, how your eyes really look. You just looking at a reflection, and you're not getting the whole picture. So your spirit don't like what it's traveling in. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why they go, But anyway.
I gotcha. So Quality, I want to pose a different question for you for conversational sake. Because like some of the guys on the panel said, it's like it's almost ingrained in them. So what I've seen over the years or decade or two is one of the reasons that I can also add to why a lot of Black women hate their hair is because a lot of these women, mute your mics, somebody hear a little noise. A lot of these women were born into it. Their mothers hated their hair. And so at a young age, I mean, I've even seen it early as 3 years old, they put weave in their daughter's hair. And so their daughters grow up their whole life wearing somebody else's hair. How can you not expect them to hate their own hair if their mother never allowed them to wear their own hair? So Quality, at what age is it to you too young for a weave to get put in a girl hair?
For me, because I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So there is no age for it. And I think a big problem with it too is the perception of what the world say a woman is supposed to look like. I think that's another reason why women have this complex with themselves, the perception of it. When you watch TV, which is a little square box that somebody else is putting something inside of it to make you think this is what it's supposed to be. When they put women on there, they're always going to show you a woman with long hair, and she's got to be a certain way, let's say a thicker woman. She may not be considered beautiful because she's thick. Well, that's because that's what the TV has told you. Men like thick women too. They like all women. All women are beautiful. Every woman has beauty in her. She has to embrace what she has. Say it again.
I disagree, but go ahead.
You got everybody playing with you, man. Shut the hell up. Every woman has beauty within her. I don't care what a beauty is. Now, the beauty could be on the inside. The beauty can be her heart.
These motherfuckers look like gremlins, nigga. I'm sorry.
The beauty could be her heart. The beauty could be her heart. She could be Drea without the Drea look.
It could be her vocal tone, her heart.
She could be, listen, Rock, she could be Drea without the Drea look.
True.
Okay, then. So, and you just said fumbling the bag of Drea was a big mistake. Don't fumble the bag because you don't like the way her lip look or the way her eye twitch or something. Come on, man.
Hey, let me tell you
we all
something,
got
bro.
humanly traits.
Hey, let me tell you
Every
something.
woman, I agree with quality. Every woman has
is
something beautiful about
Oh,
her.
facts. No, that's facts. No, that's facts. I agree with that. But he said he started off saying every woman is beautiful.
Well, I mean, it's beauty within that woman. It's beauty within that woman.
Some of them, it ain't no beauty within their mother.
Oh, God damn it, Rock. Shit.
God damn.
Look, we can't be lying to everybody. That's the problem.
I'm not lying. You lying. Shut the hell up.
Quality.
Leave the women alone, man.
Quality. That's why they fucked up. They've been lied to all their goddamn life.
But
in this particular, no, that little motherfucker ain't.
In this particular situation, Rock, every woman does have beauty in it. You just said it. You agree to that part.
That's
she has beauty in
problem.
Her. But she does, Rock. She got beauty in her. It doesn't have to be her physical looks.
And maybe that's part of the question you was asking Rich. Like how you was asking Rich, what can we say to get these women to get away from this fake hair, fake nails, and all that fake makeup and all this shit? Maybe that's the thing. Let's remind them that it's something beautiful about you.
And stop downing them because you saying she don't look. Yeah, she may not look like the beauty woman on. Don't beat her up, Rock, because of that. You gotta see her beauty. You gotta find it. It ain't always gonna be there.
But can I say this? You right. I'm just fucking around.
Okay, all right. I know you is.
But can I say this though? I gotta add to this. I'm gonna ask. Okay, I'm gonna ask Trust this question. Trust. Let's talk about it. A woman that I dated that you know she is one of the most beautifulest women. Head to toe, 36, 24, 36, educated. She got everything that a man will be like, wow. Right? As beautiful as this woman is, I've never seen nobody as beautiful as her feel so ugly. So my question to you is, what about the women that are some of the most beautiful women in the world that still walk around talking about still walking around feel like they have to have this weave, this makeup, these injections or whatnot because they know they're beautiful. They're getting told that every day. So what's your thoughts on that? What do you think is the deeper issue? Because they're beautiful. They get told this every fucking day, 100 times a day. So what do you think is the deeper issue with them? Because it's not going to be the same issue with every female.
Well, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was teaching that we got to learn to love ourselves and who we are as a people. You see what I'm saying? And the only way to do that is to break away from Western culture and letting them dictate what we see as beautiful. You see what I'm saying? Because they'll put on, like today we was watching a commercial and no disrespect to Lindsay Lohan, you know what I'm saying? But Lindsay Lohan, when I see Lindsay Lohan, I'm just not like, oh, that's a bad bitch. I'm just not what I'm saying when I see Lindsay Lohan. But they done put this in our head so much. I'm sitting there watching TV with a couple people. And they were like, oh, she's so pretty. She's not that.
And she full of makeup. When she on TV, she full of makeup.
You see what I'm saying? And until we get away from what they telling us is beautiful and what they telling us is this is that, you know what I'm saying? We never gonna see the real picture, and then we step back for a minute. Now let's step back for a minute, and not to turn it into a race issue, right? But if we step back for a minute and just really peep, what is the epitome of beauty, right? White women have been copying black women since the beginning of time. Even if we go back to when they was in the early European days when they was wearing these big old things around their hips to make their hips and their ass look big. That is to imitate a black woman's figure. You see what I'm saying? They start going get they lips pumped with the collagen. That's to imitate these lips that the black woman have. You see what I'm saying? Yep. So when black women step away and really peep what's really going on, you know what I mean? The psychology behind what's being done to them, of a motherfucker telling them they're not the epitome of beauty and they not what beauty is, you know what I mean? Until they step back and really peep that, they gonna always be caught up in it. And see, then they'll come along every now and then they'll take a super dark model, you know, and I'm into dark women, you know what I mean? I said the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. It's something about an old black head motherfucker. I like them old black head motherfucker. You know what I mean? But they tease you with them. They give you one every so many, you know. Go ahead.
Hold on.
Go ahead, King.
Go ahead, King.
No, I was just gonna counter on what Trust is saying though. I was gonna counter like, let's say we do, because that what you're saying, I've heard that since like, you know, when I do research back in the 80s, 90s, 2000s. Now, let's say we do have like a couple of decades of generations that do have that, where they are proud of who they are. But there's other things that are like trigger it for them to do it, because it's still the acceptance. Like, you know, depending on what region you in, where you live at, what kind of like say for example, putting your little girl into cheerleading or putting your little girl into gymnastics or ballet. And there's a certain type of demographic that are able to do those programs. And it usually is white or non-black or whatever this and that. And usually you are the only one there. But I'm saying in the sense of like being a little girl, you kind of see certain hairstyles that certain little girls can do that seem to be more conducive to that particular sport. Then that little girl wants to be a part of that particular sport, and she starts to learn what's accepted in that look, which still goes along that line of like the crown act and dreads and stuff like that sometimes, whatever. But this is more so like on the girl's point of view of like when you have a total group of like maybe Caucasian females and they put their hair in a bun, and then you have a daughter that may not be able to put her hair in a bun like what the white girls look like, and then if they can add something to it like a piece of hair that looks like that, then they get this acceptance in it. So there's a whole other chapter in that as far as like, yeah, we could say be proud of yourself, have that love, but there's social things that goes on there. I think that trigger it too.
Yeah. Who we trying to be accepted by?
Well, I'm not saying we're trying to be accepted by. I'm saying you have a group. It could be Mexicans, whites, black, but at the same time, if they have a certain kind of stylization that they do their hair, which usually when I see it, it's like a ponytail or a bun, it's slick back type of thing. It's not a natural look of what we see of a certain type of style of hair. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just using that as an example because we could go all the way to Fox 26 News and how those anchors have to put their hair and how it's a big deal. How it's a big deal when you see a news anchor, a black news anchor wearing her natural hair. Oh, she got her natural hair on today. Why is it a big deal? Because it's a big deal. So we could go all the way up to that level. I'm just bringing it down to a little girl level because that's where we're molding their minds all the way up until they get to their adolescence and adult levels.
Okay. So
wait, Rod. I want to give a little pushback to it.
Right? Go ahead. A lot of topics. Go ahead.
Okay, my bad. Okay. Well, let's just go. We'll be back. We'll be back one day. Come on.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. You good, man?
Okay. Well, the only pushback I'm giving is this. And I'm gonna use this as an example. And I'm gonna make it quick. Rock hair is the way it is, right? My head is the way it is. Okay. Social acceptance, if that's what they want me to look like in order to be socially accepted, I can't do that. I just can't do it. So at that point now, I have to change whatever it is, whatever social acceptance or anything. I got to change that narrative. I got to be me. I cannot change who I am to accommodate someone else. That's just never going to be the way to go with me but I do understand what you mean when you say it's like Channel 26 News. I guess if you want that particular type of job, you have to do those things. I'm just not that guy.
Cases. You'll have your extreme cases, but I'm just trying to show the subtleties, subtleties of how it can creep in.
My bad, Rock. Go ahead. I'm with you though.
Nah, this is what we do, baby. This is what we do. It's unscripted. So I'm gonna say this before we move on. Everybody's point was correct and accurate. I want to say this. I think some of the points are a little outdated, so let me update. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, a lot of these adults now and kids, they don't even know the history. They don't even know the psychological history that we've all educated them on just now. So for them, their reasons are totally different, right? They're not even aware of that. So let me say what's part of the problem now. Part of the problem is one, feminism. Two, we are living in a society where women's competition has now become gay men. And let me educate y'all on the history of makeup. Okay, so let's say someone say, well, damn, where did makeup come from? Who was the first person to wear makeup? Like, who thought of an idea to say, hey, let's make makeup? Let me give you historical facts on this. You want to know where makeup originated? Here was where makeup come from. It come from centuries ago back in the Roman times, right? Y'all know about theater, right? The movie theaters was plays, live acting. So let me explain to you how it was in those Roman times. In those times, we all are aware of women just started getting certain rights, right? So let me tell you how women had no rights back then. Women's rights were so restricted to that even back then when they were doing plays, women couldn't even act. So you got to ask yourself, who played the woman? It was gay white men. What did the gay white men do to play the woman in the plays? They put on makeup to more look like women, create woman-like features, and they wore wigs. Even our founding fathers wore what? Woman wigs. Those were woman wigs.
They wore makeup too.
And they wore makeup and they wore lipstick and eyeliner and mascara. They brung this shit over here. So the problem is that women's competition have now become men. And then you wonder why they don't listen to us. Come on, let's be real. They hear us all out here crying, saying we don't like all that shit. It's the million podcasts with men talking about, man, we don't like that shit. Stop wearing that shit. You want to know what they telling us? Fuck you. We don't care about what you think. We don't care about what they don't care about what we think. They don't care about what Rich think. They don't care about what King think. They don't care about what me, Quality, or Trust think. They
because we still will fuck.
Because they're not wearing it for us, right?
We supposed to still just fuck them.
But that's why they don't care. Because we'll still value it in some way.
No, don't derail the point because we gotta go. We got a lot of topics. But that should make them not want to wear the shit if they know that all we're gonna do is fuck them. So now look, if they want to be hoes, they need to be good hoes.
Listen,
they talking about the females that want to call themselves classy ladies and good girls and whatnot, just wearing this shit. You see what I'm saying?
I just can't give it to Rome. That's all.
And at the end of the day, what we need to do is keep continuing to shame they motherfucking ass. Every day, every fucking night. Just keep doing it. We need to just keep doing this shit. And just keep being fathers and keep teaching and teach our boys to be good fathers and make rules in the crib. That's the only way. It's gonna take Look, it took them 50 years to get to this point. It might take another 50 years for them to get back to that point. Because you got to remember, in the 70s, they were still wearing, they were still natural. Hell, in the 90s, they were still natural. So I get it's going to take us another 20, 30 years.
Shit.
I mean, we don't know. I'm just giving a take. You know what I'm saying?
It's
But,
gone,
you know,
bro.
that's just my thoughts on it. You know
I mean,
what I'm saying?
in the level that you're saying, in the level that you're saying, it's
I mean,
gone.
I ain't trying to be correct on the time. I'm just throwing it out there.
I'm just saying, in the level that you're saying, it's gone. But at the same time, I can't give it to Rome because I don't feel like makeup is bad. I don't feel like dressing yourself up is bad. But I'm definitely not giving it to Rome. But you are right about the male actors. Yes, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
They was the women. They were putting the
Yeah, they
makeup.
were the woman. Women had no rights, and they couldn't act, they couldn't work, they couldn't do nothing. So it was men who was playing the woman in the plays. And that's where the makeup came about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, and so yeah, but it's fucked up. You know what I mean? Because like I say, look, they're not listening to us. So we just gotta keep shaming their ass. Fuck it. Keep talking about their motherfucking ass. At some point, motherfuckers get tired about talking about you. You know what I'm saying?
We need to get a sound effect. They come in and say shame.
I'm working on it, kid, folks. Let's go on to the next topic, y'all.